So it looks like Rockstar could have put images of Grand Theft Auto 6 in the latest GTA Online update. That's what we're going to be diving into in this video today. And this has been gaining a lot of traction online over the last couple of days and hours. And in order to check this out for yourself, and you can actually follow along with me to see what you guys might think of this entire thing, go ahead and head on over to a clothing store and then go over to Tops and look for party shirts. Now, party shirts are not new, but Rockstar did add a handful of new ones with the Criminal Enterprises DLC update. So head down there, and what you want to look for is the white Bigness Revere collar. And there's also a black version too. And you can see it's this shirt with a bunch of monotone photographs on there. And I think a handful of these are from Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, for example, one of them actually looks like you're aiming down the street with a sniper rifle. That's kind of the one where you can see the reticle in the middle. The other one looks like you're in first person mode and you've actually picked up a lady of the night. It also looks like she's flicking someone off, which is quite interesting. The one picture in particular that seems to have a lot of fans wondering, could this be from Grand Theft Auto 6, is the one that looks like it's an amusement park. So imagine you're the one wearing the shirt. The most clear image would be on the right side of their chest. And that's what we're looking at right here. Now, this is where fans have decided to discuss, is this from Grand Theft Auto 6? Because in Grand Theft Auto 5, I only know one spot where there's a roller coaster, and that's Del Perro Pier. And it doesn't look like that's anywhere near the Del Perro Pier, because there's also no trees on the Del Perro Pier. It's in the middle of the ocean. So this doesn't look like it's anywhere in Los Santos or anywhere in GTA 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online. And one thing that a lot of players are pointing out is the clouds as well. And we'll actually reference that to something else Rockstar put in the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. It looks like it could be an updated version of the game engine that they use. So a lot of people believe that Rockstar could just be casually slipping in Grand Theft Auto 6 screenshots in-game stuff that we can actually buy. How wild would that be? Now, this would not be the first instance in which players actually suspect this. Remember when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Definitive Edition, released? There's actually a location in-game in Bone County. It's called the Lil Probe Inn, and it features a wall of in-game pictures, and all of them are from Grand Theft Auto 5, except for this one picture right here, which very much looks like it's from a Florida suburban neighborhood. We know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to take place in fictional Miami, which is Vice City, and that image also looked like it was a new Rockstar Games engine. It didn't look like anything we had in Red Dead Redemption 2. It didn't look like anything we had in GTA 5. And the one thing you could notice was the clouds were particularly different. That was the thing that sort of set it apart from everything else. And even though the screenshot is tiny because it's just a small picture on an in-game shirt, you can kind of tell that the clouds are a little bit different here. So I wonder if this is Rockstar's way of just casually sliding in GTA 6 stuff without telling us. And this also lines up with what we saw in the Lil Probe Inn in GTA San Andreas, the Definitive Edition. Most of the images are either from GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2, but there's one specific one that does not match up. So I wonder if this is Rockstar truly trying to give us our first official look at GTA 6, or I should say our first official look at GTA 6 in Grand Theft Auto 5. And this wouldn't be the first time that they've done something like this. Remember, in Max Payne 3, you could actually find straight up images of the vehicles that appeared in GTA 5. You can also find tons of other references where Rockstar have put assets from future games in current titles. Now, whether they're doing that on purpose or something slipped through the cracks, I don't know. Or if this is just an employee going rogue and basically just trying to release something from GTA 6 without calling it, hey, we're releasing something from GTA 6. I think that's what we honestly could be looking at here. Now, this would not be the first time that Rockstar employees have either gone rogue or have simply just revealed information. I mean, just take a look at the Bloomberg report from Jason Schreier that came out a couple of weeks ago The only reason we know about that is because of insider sources and people familiar with GTA 6 that are willing to reveal it to certain journalists like Jason Schreier. So stuff like this happens where rogue Rockstar employees or people that are either fed up or not comfortable with what's going on, they reveal information. They break a non-disclosure agreement, and that's how we get information like that.
Now, a few days ago, we discussed a brand new post that was made by Tez Funds discussing GTA 6 and specifically a reveal that will be happening around Halloween. Now, as most of you probably already know by now, Tez Funds is a super reliable source for GTA news, and while he isn't 100% correct every single time, he has a very good track record and certainly more than enough to trust. Now, according to Tez Funds, 16 days before Halloween, Rockstar Games will start featuring UFOs in GTA Online. Then, on October 23rd, a stealth UFO will appear instead of the regular UFO model. Now, unfortunately, Tez Funds did not really elaborate on what exactly the UFOs mean and how they're going to really connect with the GTA 6 announcement, but he did say that he doesn't 100% guarantee that there is an announcement, but he strongly believes there will be. Now, a couple of days ago, there was a forum post by an anonymous user that provided some extra context about this possible GTA 6 announcement, and it has a lot of similarities with what Tez Funds already had to say. According to this person, UFOs will start appearing in GTA Online on October 15th. This is the same date that Tez Funds had in his forum post. This anonymous forum poster also says that these UFOs will be seen zipping past randomly from October 15th through October 20th. On October 21st, they will start coming together above the Los Santos Desert, and then finally on October 27th at 3 p.m, they will eventually spell GTA 6, and the trailer will be released on YouTube and all other major platforms. Now, as always, please do take this information with a grain of salt, and while this report does have some interesting similarities with what Tez Funds had to say, there is still a lot of information in here that still is unverified, but I thought that I would report it because it does have some interesting similarities with what Tez Funds had to say. But the good news is that October is not that far away, so we don't have to wait that long until finding out whether these rumors are in fact true. But in my eyes, the way that I see it is if the UFOs come into GTA Online on October 15th, that pretty much guarantees that an announcement is intimate and it's going to be coming very soon. But we have to wait and see, and I really hope that this information is in fact correct. Now, this anonymous forum poster also provided some extra information in his post that I find quite interesting. First and foremost, he claims that he has worked on GTA 6 until the last year, so it sounds like he was with the company, but now he has left Rockstar Games, and he still has friends within the company. Allegedly, the map will be bigger than GTA 5, and the game will be set in Vice City and Liberty City. The game will allegedly have two protagonists, and it will also have an upgraded Euphoria engine, and also the next generation of the Rockstar Rage engine, which is Rockstar's proprietary game engine, which pretty much powers all of the graphics within the game. Now, in regards to the release, the poster does say that GTA 6 was supposed to be released this year in 2022, but it ended up getting delayed significantly due to unforeseen circumstances around the world. Now, an interesting line from this forum post says that the release date will be advertised as 2023 in the trailer, but will most likely be delayed until 2024. Now, while this may be true, I don't think that Rockstar would put out a release date that they know they're not going to hit, so I find that a little bit difficult to believe, but as always, with leaks and rumors, some are hit or miss, with some information being correct and some being wrong, so while this may become true, I honestly don't think that this is going to happen, and I feel like that Rockstar would be very conservative with their estimates, because as always, it is never good to delay a game. People get upset, people get mad, and that's not something that Rockstar wants to happen. In addition, the poster does say that the game will be released only on the current-gen consoles, including the PS5 and Xbox Series X, and the PC version of the game will be released about 1 year after, and that of course is a business decision that Rockstar has made in the past with GTA 5 and also Red Dead Redemption 2.